Hello everyone, welcome back to Tea Talk. A little bit of different surroundings today on the balcony with the plants, the nature. You might be able to hear some birds and some planes today. But today we're going to talk about the tea, well, the world's greatest tea that once existed, but still exists in this teacup here. I'll tell you that story. So, we'll start from the start, right? Always got to start from the start. So, I've been into tea my whole life. I drank tea since I was 4 years old, I think. Apparently I drank my first tea when I was 4. Haven't stopped since. Maybe I didn't have continuously since 4. Maybe I had a drink, but all I can remember is I've just been drinking tea all the time. During uni, I remember I used to have I had minimum 5 cups of tea a day, and then I found out afterwards that it's quite good for stress release if you have over 5. So it turned out I was already having the recommended dose of tea. I don't know if that's how you should say it, but if I'm a doctor, I would recommend tea. I'm not a doctor, so please seek professional medical advice. So, I enjoy tea, right? And my wife, at the time she wasn't my wife, she was my girlfriend. So she got me a tea selection. So it had different types of tea. So I love tea, but I only like black tea. More of the English breakfast afternoon style. So it was kind of like all those types. It had different types of English breakfast, like Melbourne breakfast, Sydney breakfast, all different types of breakfast teas, afternoon teas, evening teas, all the black tea range. And what I did, I had all the samples, and I came down to one that was the best. It was the best tea I ever had, and that tea was called Good Afternoon. Good Afternoon from T2. So this tea was so good that all I got was that. I tried other tea sometimes, but I just kept going back to that. It's I think it's a low caffeine, but it was just perfect. I haven't had any teas like it before. And then when we got married, we decided to do favors with Sarah's favorite chocolate chip cookies and my favorite tea. So we made these tea bags. Did a tea stain on there. So we have a little logo, little tea bag, and we even filled up these bags with the tea. And crazy coincidence was the time we got married happened to be the time that they discontinued my favorite tea. So at the time, we apparently bought the last few boxes of tea, and this right here is the 3rd last bag of tea in existence. And I decided to drink it while I talk to you guys. So I went to T2 and I just said, why are they discontinued? And apparently they discontinue over 100 teas. Even T2 staff were disappointed. And I haven't found a tea that has completely hit that spot. I found a similar tea that a friend named Bill helped out by finding the many ingredients in that tea and found something similar, but it's not perfect. It's similar, but not perfect. So since then, I've been on an adventure to find the perfect tea again. So when I'm traveling for work, I always find tea shops, find the best tea, take it home and see if I enjoy it as much. And yet, I still have not found anything as good as this. Oh, it's perfect. Just hits the spot perfectly. It's just perfect. And then, funny part was, Sarah was on the T2 website looking, because I needed more tea again. I go through tea pretty fast. She was looking at afternoon teas on T2, and Good Afternoon came back up. And she looked at a comment. It was a recent review, and the first line was like, "This is the greatest tea ever." And then she goes, "Oh my god." And I go, "What? Your tea is back." And I'm like, "What?" And I check, and it's sold out. She just got so excited that the fine details, when you look, the comment, if you read it further, it says, "Please bring it back." So someone has commented on this, wanting it back as well. And it was sold out everywhere. So for some reason, it came back on the website, but it was sold out. Maybe they were selling old stock that they found, but the feeling I had, it felt like, it's the feeling of like a band coming back together and you never thought they would come back, and you get front row seats. It was like, I was so excited, and then I had that feeling for a few minutes, and then the realization that no, rest in peace, Good Afternoon tea. So, a distant memory, but I always cherish it. It was the tea we use in the wedding favors, and every time I just know, like, I really know tea by the smell. I can just smell tea and I'll know I like it. I reckon, I don't know if that's for everything. I guess with food you can, but not always. But with tea, it's 100%. I have to like the smell too. It won't taste good at all. Well, your aroma adds to the flavor. So thank you guys for joining me on this fine afternoon. Shall I say good afternoon? To talk about the world's greatest tea, but it'll be forever a memory, but it'll be a good one. Till next time, guys, on Tea Talk, I'm just going to sit here, take in the nature, and drink my good afternoon tea.